So hey everybody, good morning. It's Sunday, April 29th, and yesterday morning you could find me at Lake Powell in Page, Arizona. And so first thing in the morning I got up, hitched up the Airstream, and headed over to Cortez, Colorado, which is where I am now. I'm going to be here for a couple of days working with one of my clients. So welcome to the mobile studio again. I haven't done something direct from the mobile studio in a few days. Been playing around with the studio in Prescott. And so for those of you who don't know me, if you're new to the channel, my name is Rich Charpentier, and I'm a full-time Airstreamer. So I live full-time in a big aluminum travel trailer, and I travel around and work with clients throughout the Southwest. So today we're doing something really fun. We're talking about, as I promised in earlier episodes here, I'm going to start doing a little more tech talk. So we're talking about mobile technology for mobile living here. So I'm in a very small space, and so everything that I have in here has to count. It needs to be usable and functional, and not just a one-trick pony. So today I wanted to talk about the Osmo Mobile 2. So I've been testing out the Osmo Mobile 2 with an iPhone 8. Got that several weeks ago and was pretty excited about the idea of having a stabilizer for my iPhone. So initial thoughts, you just saw some of the initial intro video from Hackberry Canyon and some 330 panos that I did with the Osmo Mobile 2. So if I were to have to rank this out of 5 stars, I'm going to say 3 3/3 to 4 stars. So it's not perfect. I've run into a couple of little problems with it. We're going to talk about it. And so we're not doing an unboxing or anything here. We're talking hands-on. So let me just move my iPhone. So number one, I don't have a lot of space in the Airstream, and I'm usually highly mobile. So out hiking or mountain biking. So, I like to do a lot of outdoor activities. And with that in mind, I need something small and compact to come along. So the Osmo Mobile 2 case, here we go right here. This is a really cool case. I dig it. I like the foam. It definitely protects the Osmo Mobile 2. It's also obnoxiously large, in my opinion. So we see how thick and large this thing is. Yet when I pop it open, the device itself, this takes a lot less space. This is small. I actually have a way to strap it onto my backpack right now so that I don't have to carry that big box around. Now, strapping it to the backpack, is that a good idea? I don't know. I'll find out over time. Hopefully I'm not going to break this, but yeah, so this is the Osmo Mobile 2 body. It's very simple. You get it like that. You mount your iPhone in there, and the iPhone holder is spring-loaded. So we're not going to walk through a bunch of the buttons on this or anything, because so many people have done the unboxings and played with all the buttons and shown you the buttons and take 20-25 minutes to show you through every button. We're going to skip past that. We're going to talk about how the Osmo Mobile 2 functions. So at the start of this video, you saw that I did some 330 panos, and I did a little walking video as well in Hackberry Canyon. So how did it work? How did I feel about it? The video, I've got to say, I'm not super thrilled. I noticed a lot of jitter when I was offloading this days ago, and when I did a previous vlog entry with us hiking in the canyon and talking about it. There was definitely some jitter in the video and not as clean as, let's say, my GoPro Hero. So I was a little disappointed in that, but that might be partially my fault, so I still have a couple more things to learn about. I really like some of the still photo tools that come with it. You can do, as you saw, the panoramics. I really like how they came out. And I like the fact that I could actually do it handheld. So I was standing in a canyon, and I was holding this up with the phone in it, and the Osmo Mobile 2 actually shot this wide panoramic for me. It angled up, and it actually shot 9 photos across. It angled to the center to where it was almost level with the horizon, shot 9 photos across, and then tilted down and shot 9 photos across, and that's how I got those cool panos. And then I threw the panos into PT GUI after, and I actually could make a motion pano that I can display on a website. So that's awesome. So that was one of the big pluses. I really like some of the still photo modes in it. I also like some of the other modes. There are several different video modes. I've tested a couple of them out, but I haven't been super happy with those either. So doing a hyperlapse, doing a time lapse, and doing a motion time lapse. That's the one that I was really interested in with this, where I could pop the Osmo Mobile 2 onto my tripod, and I could tell it to rotate the camera while it was also getting the sky and everything going on in the background for a time lapse. So you've seen multiple time lapses on this channel. I live in a really amazing place, and we've often got some really cool clouds along with some crazy wind. Now, the time lapse, you can see the clouds blowing through, but what I thought would be really awesome and amazing is the fact that the camera is actually moving and also capturing the motion around it. Now, what I found with the experiments that I've done with it so far, I've been a little disappointed. I can see it actually stick at some point. So it's panning, panning, oops, stops, sticks for a second, panning, panning, oops, stops, sticks for a second again. Maybe it's the device that I have, I'm not sure. So today I'm going to be doing further testing. I'm going to do some more 330 panos for my client at their location today. And I'm also going to walk you through, I'm going to walk around the park, and I'm going to walk normal. A lot of people say that when you're doing a smooth video with these, that you kind of need to do a ninja stealth walk. Well, I don't want to do a ninja stealth walk. As you're looking at the video in here, I think that you can see some of the jitter that I was talking about from my time in Hackberry Canyon with my friends several days ago. And you can see that little bit of jitter plus my walking. So I'm not the softest walker in the world, and kind of changing up my pace and having to do something super special to get the incredibly smooth video. That's not in my head when I'm hiking on a trail. That's not in my head. That wasn't in my head the other day when I was hiking in Hackberry Canyon. So you can see the bounce from me walking along, but when you see the subjects, you can also see a little bit of jitter. Now, I don't know if that is the onboard stabilization for the iPhone 8, and we're talking about the iPhone 8, not the iPhone 8 Plus. Okay, so what I've used for these tests is the iPhone 8. And what I found is there's a lot more bounce in the Osmo Mobile 2 than there is in, let's say, the GoPro Hero 5 with the Karma grip. I've really noticed a big difference in the bounce, and so I'm showing you the video in here so you can make your own decisions about it. So, bottom line for the Osmo Mobile 2. Is it worth bringing in your Airstream or your RV on your next trip? It might be. For the price, for $129, it's not bad. So what I've found is I really like the pano feature on it. I like the motion tracking for video, but the motion tracking drops off a lot. I was really hopeful for that. Since I've got the Mavic Pro drone, I've done the tracking on that. And while the Mobile 2, the Osmo Mobile 2 does track, it loses you pretty quickly. We tried several experiments with it at Hackberry, and anytime I got into shadow anywhere, it just completely lost me. So one of the other things that I'm not a fan of with the Osmo Mobile 2 is the interface. So I've got the phone in my hand, but we'll pull this up on screen here in just a moment. For when you're taking pictures or taking video, it's stored to the Osmo Mobile 2's library. So there's a play library, there's a little play button. And you go in there and you can see all of your videos and stills. Now, if you disconnect from the Osmo Mobile 2 and then you go into the DJI Go app, you have an editor, and that editor has some of your images and videos, but not necessarily all of them. So you actually have to go into the app as if you were connected to the gimbal. And then you go into the play area there and you'll find some more images. Like this morning, I had thought that I'd cleared everything off from Hackberry Canyon the other day in the editor. And I went into the play area because I was just trying to figure out. My iPhone said that it had 24 gigs of storage space used. And when I started this trip, it was only at 20 gigs. So I found in the play library some items that I thought I deleted from the editor that I didn't. So I really don't like that. I'm not super thrilled with the interface. Now, you can also use something like Filmic Pro. And when you're using a recording program like Filmic Pro, you don't get to use all of the cool features on the joystick. So starting and stopping the video, zooming, right now, none of that is supported with Filmic Pro. Hopefully down the road, they're going to include that in Filmic Pro. And then I might like it a little more. But so bottom line, should you have this? Should you not have this? I think this is a functional gimbal. I think this is a functional gimbal that you can throw your smartphone on and get some okay video. If you're going to do some heavy walking, if you're going through canyons and things and you actually want to record some of the walking, if you're not doing the stealth ninja stepping, you're going to have a problem. Also, I wanted to point out one other thing. So the other day while I was at Lake Powell, I decided to take a walk around some of the campsites and show off the fact there was a bunch of Airstreams there. And that didn't record. I was using Filmic Pro and I was using the Osmo Mobile too. And it was 83 degrees out at the time. And my phone kept stopping. My iPhone 8 kept stopping and saying that it was overheating. So it didn't record the video and it was overheating. And so here's my iPhone 8, and it is in a OtterBox case. I really like the OtterBox cases. I don't break phones, and I don't want to break phones because that can get expensive. So I want my phones to last, so I like using cases. And this case does barely fit in the Osmo Mobile 2, but I'm thinking that my overheating problem might have been caused because I've got my phone in the OtterBox. But you know, if I run outside with a GoPro and the GoPro Karma Grip, I don't get overheating warnings. I was using that last summer a lot, mountain biking throughout Prescott, and I've got videos of that. There is never a moment of overheating. Also, just to let you know, I would not mount this to a bike. So this gimbal seems to work pretty well. And for the price range, it's a great intro gimbal, and I think you could do several things that you'd have a lot of fun with. But as far as super smooth, stabilized video, just walking like a normal person, walking like a person hiking through the Granite Dells or any other hiking area, this is bouncy, and it doesn't take out all of the bounce and turns and tilts. So it depends on your expectations. I would actually, I'm going to be using this more and more, and you'll see it crop up in my videos. And of course, I'll make note of it when I'm using it and let you know. And so I don't think it's a bad gimbal, but I think that there's probably better stuff out there as well. So a lot of the functions work, a lot of the included functions are interesting, and maybe more will come along down the road. But yeah, it's not perfect. Nothing's ever perfect.